How you doing, everybody? Randy Richard in the shop. So today, get a little more comfortable here. This is another Ketchup. I think it's number 40, actually. So, what do I got going? Got a whole list of things I've been kind of working on and last couple weeks here and there, and still working on burning slash from the trees, things like that. So pretty busy. I just came in from limbing more trees and starting fires. So anyway, we got I've been working on helping actually one of my son's childhood buddies. They went to school since they were like 5. Gabe, and working on a project he's been working on for a couple of years actually, and a Vapor Carburator. And I don't know if you guys know what one is. I had to learn what one was, but then we're going to show you some of the machining we did so he could progress on his carburetor deal. So we'll show you that. If you watch the camera mount series I just finished up, and I made a couple extra little caps. I'll show you a couple of those I made, polished up ones. My son's truck, he's changing out the rear shocks, these monster ones, really long ones for the rear end. So he having to build a frame. He's building it out of 1 3/4 DOM tubing, which is pretty nice stuff, and show you some of that bent up stuff that he's got done, and kind of what's going on with that a little bit. Let's see, I made some tags, little brass, the shop tags for Stan and the Machinist Vise project for What's in Your Box. So I made some tags up for those guys. Stan's request there, and he's going to give the guys some tags that, like I did with the punches for the Machinist Vise. So that's pretty cool. A fun little deal to make up those for them. And I got a little bit of mail from a couple guys, and another project I'm going to work on this week, and I'll show you that right now. I'm drawing a while back, actually it's months and months ago. Bruce Whittam down in Australia, he showed some little table clamps he had bought from some foreign outfit for the mill, right, to go on the milling table. So I asked him if he'd just send me a quick little sketch of what those, what they looked like and how they worked a little bit, just to give me some ideas of how they did things. So I took that and I made up some drawings, but I modified them. So I made this up to work on an imperial table, and so I could grab something. The original ones he showed, they're really not designed to grab something thin. And so I modified these, this design here, and here's the clamping part of it. So I modified this a bit so that I should be able to clamp something that's 1/4 of an inch thick or less on top of the table to something flat if you want to, face it off, or fly cut it or something like that. So I'm going to make up a couple sets of these. Probably make up 8 of them, I think. Usually when I make tools, I make a set for me and I make a set for my son. So I'm probably going to make up 8 of these, 2 sets of them. But like I said, I modified them so they could grab something real thin. So that'd be a fun little project. I'm going to bring the camera in close and show you some of the mail I got, and then we'll jump into the other things I mentioned there. So thank you guys. Thanks a lot for subscribing. I still have a couple dovetail cutters left. I have 3 or 4. I put one on eBay just to see if anybody out there wants one on eBay. And I posted one on Machining YouTube, I think it was, Facebook. So it's the same price everywhere, I'm not going to really change on that too much. But I mean, I am willing to do some trades. I've done some tool trades for dovetail cutters. Just let everybody know, and if you think you want to do a trade, you got to throw something out there and tell me what you're thinking. So I am open to that a little bit. So you can always send me an email. Anyway, thanks you guys. Thanks for subscribing and thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Everybody seemed to like the camera mount project. I tell you, they work really good. And actually, I ordered some more material, and I'm going to build at least one more, maybe two more. One more for sure. I got to decide whether I want to make another fourth one or not. But a third one for sure. So that's how good they work. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys a little bit, and hopefully by next weekend I'll have some more machining stuff up. Thanks. Okay, some mail. Little letter here. This is from Dale Richardson. Now I met Dale down at the Bash. Actually, he came out to the Bash, and he's in yeah, Missouri. Yeah. Anyway, Dale, I'm sorry. We'll got your location in there, but anyway, Dale sent me a nice note and Merry Christmas type thing and everything, and he has one of my dovetail cutters, so he made a tool holder for me. Now, he said it ended up a little long, but I like that. It's kind of different. You can reach in a little bit different. But this came out just beautiful, Dale. Anyway, beautiful job. I don't know if Dale ground this also. Boy, it looks like it's ground, but I'm not sure. Or he might have just sanded it. But boy, nice job, Dale. This is for a BXA wedge type, or piston type tool post. What size it is, but he did a beautiful job on these. Gosh, just a gorgeous job, Dale. Even got the little spring washers in there. Oh yeah. Here, we'll get it up close, but I don't know if you can tell. Let's see if the light's right. The kind of finish the dovetail cutter does is, I mean, it really works well. Some people have asked about on the bottom here, about that bottom edge, because the way the insert's mounted, it does have a flat edge along the bottom. The one edge of the insert's flat along the bottom, and so yeah, it rubs in a sense, that cutting edge, but it has no really effect on things. I spin it at a high speed myself. I don't know what Dale ran his at here, but I usually turn it at 1850 and crank it up. But the finish on that is just beautiful in there, Dale. Wonderful job. And it always helps, like Dale did here. In between here, he did a little relief. 20-30 thousandths lower here than where the seating surface is. But he did a beautiful job on that. All the edges are beveled and everything. So, 5/8 groove in there. Just gorgeous. So thank you, Dale. So he said his were a little loose and stuff on his tool holders. And so he's off a little bit. Just to give you an idea of how, I know I've done a video on it, but when I make a tool holder, what I do is I determine how far from one end do I want the dovetail to be, right? And I come in and I cut that dovetail, pretty much to depth of where it ought to be. And then I cut the other one, and that way I only have to really. Then I start my measuring when I get that done. So I've calculated out with a drawing on the computer how, by putting a pin in from a flat side, how far over is the proper depth. And so I use that measurement to get one side done, and then I come back over here and do it. And using the DRO feature, I'll have it all set if I'm making more than one, and I can go in and I'm usually right on them within 1,000 type of thing. It's really close, really good, and the fits will all come out. You have to be fairly close. You can't. You got to watch it. If you go over, I've made a drawing about the tool post, how the tool post works, and the dimensions. And I tell you, you're off 5 thousandths. It probably is going to be too loose on you. That's how you're better off being snug than loose. And this dimension in here is very critical. Because the tool posts really don't change that much. Now the piston ones are a little different, you know, and they push here. They don't have a sliding wedge, and that's a little different, and you could probably be a little bit off on that, but you don't want to be too much because it will rock a little bit. It's amazing how little different, how close a tolerance you really have to do when you do cut the dovetails, but it's just taking a little care doing it. But anyway, this came out beautiful. So thank you again, Dale, for making that, and we'll put it to use. Just another note on a project I'm going to do here soon. This is one of the clamps for those V blocks I got. They just put in, they must have, somebody lost or whatever, destroyed one of the proper clamping screws, and they just had a socket head cap screw in there. But the other one is intact. So what I've done is I've modeled up the screw and got a drawing and all that. So boom, yeah, we'll make it. Here's a piece of stock sitting here. But what I'm going to do with this one, and I'm going to go through and show you actually drawing this. I'm going to use an Autodesk Inventor, but I'm going to actually go through and show you drawing this. I mean, including how to draw the knurl, develop the knurl and everything. This has a lot of good little simple projects. You know, it's got a cross hole in it. It's got a dome top to it. It's got the knurl. You know, so some reduced diameters and things like that. So it's a good little project. If you want to learn to draw, I do get quite a few emails and questions about drawings, and sometimes if somebody just doesn't show you, it's hard to kind of learn. So I thought I'd run through and show you the whole drawing and thing, and then we'll go over and then we'll make this up a little bit, make a new one. So that's another project coming. Another friend there, Bruce Grantham, back in New York, sent me a nice little note. He sent me some sanding supplies for an Orbital sander, and I can always use these things. Thank you, Bruce. He said not to mention them in a video, but hey, I really feel obligated to show these things and mention everybody's name and things like that. Even though Bruce said there's no need, but Bruce is a great guy, and he sent me a couple other things in the past and stuff. So thank you, Bruce, and I will definitely be using those. Come over to this is Albino Machining. I wanted to say something about them and custom flat belts. Albino Machining and custom flat belts. I won the gift certificate at Stan's, the Bash, and I finally ordered up a belt, a new belt for my Logan lathe, and it came. It even came with candy. How great's that? But yeah, it's a nice. It's a synthetic material, and I'm going to. It came in. I imagine this is all the glue package and stuff here. Nice little pan. Albino there. Albino Machine and custom flat belts. So you guys should go over to their website. I think it's just albinomachining.com, but I'll put it on the video. And I have had it in the listing in the description anyway. So this came, and we'll packaging, and we'll be putting a new belt on the Logan lathe. So thank you guys over at Albino Machining, and working this out. So I got a new belt, and it really needs it, and we're going to be putting that on there real soon. Prototype project. Stainless steel. Very special hole patterns. Let me tell you, very special. Anyway, this is coming out good. That's about 6 inches in diameter. And we still have another set of holes to put around in this fillet. I'll show you what's going in there. So here's one of the tube bundles that's going in those outer holes, and they'll be all welded in. Okay, here's the 2 tube bundles. Now these are nested together. This is going over. This goes over that. Then this will go into the plate I just showed you on the mill with all the holes, and all this will be welded into that plate. Very special heat exchanger. You guys get the first views of this prototype. Can't tell you what it's for though. But anyway, the nuclear reactor out back. But we're getting it. We're getting a little progress on that, aren't we, Gabe? Huh? Yeah. The reactor. We just need some plutonium. But we're searching eBay. Anchor lube on the job with the stainless, 1/2-inch end mill. What is this? He says 304, Gabe? 304 stainless.
Yeah, that's the ferrule's the only thing that's 316.
Yeah. That's about 60 or 90 thousandths thick we're drilling through. Coming out good though.
Coming out perfect.
An alien spaceship.
Yeah.
There we go. All the holes are in.
Yeah.
Now, most of this on the other side goes all the way to the table, and we'll be machining off the other side of it. We put this in to stiffen this so we could weld it
all
out.
those holes.
Right, so we can put the holes in.
Yeah.
And then the back side will be mostly all machined off and another weld, and then there's another piece that's going on here will be welded.
The opposite of this discussion is
Yeah.
going to go here.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. That's.
And after it's all welded, we'll get another pictures of it. We'll show you what it looks like.
Yeah.
So there's our 2 bundles.
Yeah.
That one's going to be welded into those holes.
Right.
We'll flip it over. Okay, flip this over. Oops. That piece is going on the bottom. And so it's going to come up here and through here and be shaped to this fillet here, radius here, and welded, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one's going to come up through these holes and welded here on this face. And this curved
Just like that, opposite.
It's going to go on here and be welded on both sides.
Well,
right?
really,
Or,
welded in here, because this is my water jacket in here. This is where, and so there's going to be a partition, which will divide all tubes equally.
Now, what kind of beer is this going to make? Oh. We won't tell anybody. Okay. And we're going to machine, like I said, this part here, we're going to go over to the, put this in the lathe and machine off 90% of this so we can weld it down in here.
Mm-hmm. Fuse it.
Yeah.
Close that up.
So that one goes in, and then this is that other one over that. There, down inside there. Now there's a can. Oh, where's our pipe at? Yeah. Then there's a can.
Well, we need the other ferrule.
Oh.
There's going to be a ferrule and a gasket.
That's okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, here's our other ferrule and our other.
This one here goes.
This is our
will
second.
be down here.
Yeah.
To made up.
That's the ferrule.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the ferrule that welds on the bottom of this tube. And so basically,
And that's going to go over
something
that.
like that.
Then there's this other spaceship-looking piece.
We've got our pump impeller, stainless.
Don't tell anybody what it is.
Okay. And that goes up.
Yeah.
And
we all huddle around this and stay warm? Oh, I'm sorry. Are we huddle around it and try to drink beer?
Well, both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it serves many purposes.
You pee in here, and it creates beer and heat at the same time. Yeah. This is a multi-use device.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
But it's coming out nice, and it's made of stainless.
All stainless. Sanitary tubing, process pipe tubing, and like I said, scrap pieces from old pump, booster pump. Wow.
Okay. Anyway.
So here's the first level, and then this will be duplicated, basically, and there will be a second level on top of that with another exchanger.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
That's it.
Okay.
Couldn't have done it without Randy.
Time for welded.
That's it.
We got that cut off, and now we're machining it down a little bit so it's a fusible weld joint.
Shocks that go in.
Okay,
here.
so we're built. I don't know how much I'm doing, but my son is. He's building a bed cage, and
Shocks are gonna go in here.
those are the bottom tubes. That one's welded together, and so is this bottom one here. And he just got that bent up and fitted. Okay, so
And then shocks are gonna come through the fender,
through the fender,
about right here.
and then there's some more tubes up on
Yeah,
top
and
here
then
that will
that's
go over. So we're working on this. Corner tubes, spacers there. Gonna look good. That side's in. All this needs to be welded still.
Yeah.
But it's all fitted. One more. Too cool.